Hello there. In this tutorial, I'm going to discuss about concept of Exchange server, what are Exchange server, why we request to install Exchange server, why we need the Exchange server. But before that, we're going to learn about email system because that's the very important point. Exchange server is related to email system, and we all know modes of communications. We all know there is a revolution in the human life, and people start talking, and then they stop uh, having the gesture. They start having sign languages to uh, uh, communicate with each other. Even animals can have their own communication level. So everyone have from letters to telephones to smartphones. Now people are reaching to social networking sites where people using Facebook, Twitter, blogging, all etc. just to communicate with each other. So this is what revolution is. First, people start talking. They stop using diagrams to start creating diagrams to talk. Then they start talking. They start creating languages, and those languages we start. We start reading, writing, and then we start writing letters, postcards, and all that, and then the internet world. So those are big things. These reach to the a great revolution of human. But the thing we were going to learn is email system because nowadays we have a lot of email systems. I mean, we are using Gmails, Outlook, Yahoo Mail to communicate with each other. So what are email system and why we require Exchange server? And those are the things we're going to learn in these small conceptual videos. Now, email system is a type of two types. The first is instant messaging. Now we all learn about the instant messaging here is like OTT and all the apps like messaging apps or VoIP apps like WhatsApp, Skype, and Hike. These are apps where both the user have to be online, like Messenger and all that. One will send message, one send the message, and the other will pick up the message, other receive the message, and then replies happen like that. So one have to be, two people have to be online, and one just send a reply, another listen and give answer like that. Another is store and forwarding messaging. Store and forwarding messaging, one have to send a message and then it will forward and restore in one place, and the the receiver will can read that message anytime he wants to. In both way, both user not requires to uh, be online, and they just able to communicate whenever their time suits. In a diagram you can learn about that more. For example, a server is there. For example, a user send a message, just send an email, and another user, when get time, they he pick the message, he replies the message back to that user, and that user whenever get time can call on and can watch those messages once again. So in this instant, a server is acting as a central storage. The message, the user first send a message, that server store a message, and then he send the message back to the receiver. Receiver at one end have the message in the server, and he can accept the message, he can read the message whenever he requires to. So server, basically we are not the owner of Gmail, we are not the owner of Yahoo Mail, we are not the owner of Outlook. So those messages are basically in the central location, in the centralized location, and these store and forwarding messages have to go through the central location. At other hand, for example, a student send a message to another student, and then the instant messaging should have to be an instant, means one student or one person send a message to another person, then another person should be online so that they pick the message in a given time and return the answer in a given time. So, for example, even if the particular person not able to pick the message on time, pick the message instantly, then also that message will store in a storage, so that the storage server will act as a storage, so that people will not missing their messages and they able to uh, get the requirements very easily. Now, this is what the email system is all about. You have two ways to go forward, and what is Exchange server basically now? But the question was same, and the question is arise once again. Now, Exchange server could be a email system, could be a calendaring system, could be a RESTbook system. Now, with email system, we can store our messages in a centralized location, and we can communicate with our users. We can have those messages exchange our views, exchange our words. But with email system, we can do a lot with and in the Exchange server, we can use a calendar. We can create a calendaring system too. So with the calendaring system, it can be used for scheduling. For example, if we have birthday in home, or if we have some meeting in our office, then we can use the Exchange server for our scheduling too. We can use Exchange server as address book too. For example, if we require some important persons contact lists, we require numbers to be stored, requires email address to be stored, then it's a great way we go with Exchange server, and we have those facility on. Now with Exchange server, this is what we create, means this is not what we used to have a service like Gmail or Yahoo Mail and Outlook. With Exchange server, we can form our own mail address. For example, if I'm using techengineertv.com, then for example, if a owner of techengineertv.com like me, for example, I can have a mail address like anirudhdas at techengineertv.com. So this is how I can have a communication. It, rather than I use a gmail.com or outlook.com or yahoomail.com, I can have anirudhdas at techengineertv.com. So it's more or less a private body, techengineertv.com, and all the mails that we're going to receive will be stored in a server where I can pick up those, and I can allow those whatever the message. For example, if I add those mail server, Exchange server in my organization, then I can make sure that whatever which mails I'm gonna send, which mails I'm gonna receive, and what kind of mails will go to which system, what kind of mails will go to that system, which mails will be on spam, which mails will be on your promotional mail, whatever you're going to do. That the small little tweak we're going to do with Exchange server, and that is on infrastructure. We basically create Exchange server in infrastructure environment only, because this is very costly thing. We have to purchase a host, a server, so that they will restore some mails. So this is what the the small little outlook of Exchange server, small little concept of Exchange server. We will learn about doing Exchange server in upcoming videos. Hope you learned something from it. Thanks for watching.